Welcome back to another issue with Once Human. I've only started seeing this pop up since I switched to the new server, but it's an issue with invisible weapons that have no effect on enemies. As you can see, as I'm looking through my gear here, I've got 2 firearms equipped as well as a melee weapon. De-equipping them, putting them in a storage crate, dismantling and remaking them, none of which seem to have any effect. They just don't show up. You can see I'm shooting at the bear here, expending ammo. I've got the sound off, otherwise you could hear the report of the rifle as well. It also does this weird twisty thing with the torso when I'm holding the fire button down. Just don't cause any damage at all. I've had this problem several times since switching to the new hard server. Sometimes it'll last a couple of days and then I'll log on and my weapons will be back for a session, then I'll get on again and then they'll be gone again for several days. Unfortunately, the only response I've gotten from support is check your vault to see if your weapons are there, which obviously they are not because they are still equipped and being used. They're just not having any effect. The first couple of times that I encountered this problem, enemy ranged weapons weren't having any effect on me either, which was odd, but I was still able to run around and do some things. But now anytime I run into vultures or Rosetta, they just keep shooting at me. I can't do anything about it. Melee weapon doesn't work either. If I'm able to sneak up on somebody, oddly the animation and the damage goes through for a backstab attempt, but regular melee, regular firearms don't do anything at all. You can also see that they're not mounted on my cradle there on the backpack as I'm driving away before they kill me again. It's a pretty big crimp on playability of the game, and support has not been very helpful so far. At one point I did get a bit of a fix by verifying the files, but that only worked for one session. I've since re-verified several times and it's done nothing. See the weird twisty torso thing again. I've tried messing with a whole bunch of the settings, none of which has helped. So, even though it's frustrating, just gotta try to stay calm and hope the developers actually do something about this, because it's the second week in, I'm losing playtime. All my friends have outpaced me at this point. Again, sometimes verifying files can help. Just go to the library, whether you're on Steam or Epic, press the 3 little dots, go up to verify. This can take a very long time, usually not quite as long as full install, but a little longer than a full update. Sometimes that can help. Unfortunately, it has not been the case with me, so stay calm and game on. If you do happen to encounter any solid fix for this, please do leave it in the comments and share.